I want to show guitarists in particular an easy way to visualize the number system on your guitar fretboard and not have to count. How would you like not to have to count? So, like, if the song is playing a G chord, goes to a C chord, the G chord in the key of G major, actually any key, the root is going to be right there, right, of the chord, meaning the lowest note of the chord is that note right there. That's the 3rd fret, 6th string. Okay, you can see that I'm playing this G chord right here. All right, we'll keep going back and forth between these two charts. I'm playing that G chord. There's my root, 3rd fret, 6th string. And the key of G, that's the 1. Okay. And the key of C, by the way, it's a 5. So I'm just thinking in terms of the key of G major right now. Okay, so it's a 1. If that's my 1, 4 is always next door. Okay, meaning 4 is always the same fret, but adjacent string. Okay, so there's my 4. That's a C note. And any chord that has that 3rd fret, 5th string as its root would be the chord about the 4 chord in the key of G major. Well, that would be the C major has that note. So I can play, there's my 4 chord, okay? So there's 1, there's 4, see? They're adjacent to each other. There's 1 and there's 4. So they're right next door. 3 chord is adjacent string, but 1 fret down. So that's easy to visualize too. And the 3, remember we said that might be a minor, that's a B, so it'd be a B minor or a B 1/3, which is that same G chord I played, this one. But there's that note. You take the bass note out. Just cut that note out and play it with just, from that as a 5-string chord, and that's a 3. Okay, so let's say the song Moves has 3 chords in it. It's a 1 major, in the key of G. 1 major, 4 major, and 3. 1/3. So it's moves from here to there. And I just got to know my shapes. What shapes follow that pattern. 1 major, 1 major, 4 major, and 1/3. Okay? And I'm just basically following the notes as they move through the number system in a little pattern, and I just got to know what shape to translate that to. Like, let's say the next chord is the 5/7. And 5/7 is easy to visualize because it's just 1 note lower than the key, the root, the 1. There's my root, and there's the 5/7. So the 7th note is that F sharp right there. And I got to play a D major chord, but that's got to be my bass note because D major is the 5. So it means I'd be basically playing this open D chord, but I'd have an F sharp right here at the, and that's going to sound, or there's the full deal. I was omitting the 1st string. It frees a finger up. Okay, I'm also muting the 5th string. I know you can't see my fretboard, but so this shows you patterns. How in the key of G major, how the numbers move. Like 2 is going to be, I picture that's an open note. It's an open A. Okay, so I play a 2's minor. I'd play a minor chord, the A minor, and there's its root. Okay, so I don't know if I have my minors. Yes, I do. There's my minor chord. So there's that root. There's that A in the key of G major. All right. So you memorize this little picture for the key of G major. Find a song in a key of G major. Think of the chords in terms of numbers and follow this little visualization. And before you know it, you won't have to count anymore because you learn these little patterns. Basically, the way you do it is you always visualize the 1. No matter what chord you're playing, you ask, where's that chord in relation to my 1? So if I'm playing a C chord, then that C chord has its root here. That C chord is this one. While I'm playing this, I'm asking myself, where's the 1 at? Well, the 1 is right there. It's that G note on the 3rd fret. And every chord I play in a key of G major, I ask myself, how is it related to where the G is in the key of G? And that helps me visualize, to see a relationship. See that line? That's the 1 and the 4. See, that's how they're connected. and so I can undo that. Yeah, and then the 1 and the 3 are connected like that, and the 1 and the 2 are connected like that, and that's how you you connect everything to the 1 chord. The 1 and the 5/7 is just a half step, and the 1 to the 6 minor, it's a minor third, or four spaces down. 1, 2, 3, 4 is how I think of that. That's called a minor third in guitar. And the 1 and the 5, whoops, are from here to here, right? By the way, there's also a 5 here, and I'm not even showing you that. Basically, you go adjacent string, you skip 2 frets. So if I know a bar chord that has its lowest note there, I can play it. But that's more than you might want to need to know for this key. I'm just keeping it simple. You can expand these as you see a little bit. And so you memorize the same thing for the key of C major. Here it is. Here it is for the key of E major. Wait, no, it says E shape. This gets you into bar chords. So you'd be playing the key of G major, but you'd play a E-shaped bar chord there. That might be more advanced than I wanted to go for this purpose of this video. These are getting into bar chords. And then this is for the key, like if you're in a key of D, this is an open position. So if you're intimidated by bar chords or you're not as comfortable, just focus on the open visualizations for this chart, which I'll send. But that's the visualizations for the guitar, so that you can basically, you don't have to count. You can just learn to visualize the chords moving across the fretboard as you can translate these into these chords that we hopefully know very well. So I hope that helps.